Good morning, and welcome to Someone is Wrong on the Internet. I recently had the misfortune of watching flat earther Eric Dubay's video, Daylight Debunks the Globe, in which he uses the word day a lot, but misrepresents how it's defined in science. This could result in a lot of confusion on the part of anyone watching the video unprepared, so I thought it'd be fun to talk about some of the surprising details about the word day that most people don't realize. In his video, he uses the word day to refer to 3 different and distinct periods of time, and gets them confused with each other.
According to the globe doctrine, Earth makes one complete rotation on its axis every 24 hours, while simultaneously orbiting around the Sun and completing one full revolution every 365 days.
He starts out by stating that the amount of time it takes for the Earth to rotate 360 degrees around its axis is 24 hours. It's not. Astronomers measure the period of the Earth's rotation by observing how long it takes for one of the fixed stars to return to the same point on the sky, technically to return to the meridian, an imaginary line connecting the north celestial pole, the zenith, and the south celestial pole. The Earth actually completes one rotation in 23 hours, 56 minutes, and about 4 seconds. This period of time is called the sidereal day, sidereal meaning of the stars. Starting with this incorrect definition of the Earth's rotational period, he then extrapolates that daylight and nighttime would have to flip every 6 months.
Globe apologist naysayers make either one of 2 ridiculous claims in an attempt to excuse away this clear problem in their model. Their first defense is to claim that days are not actually 24 hours long, but instead only 23 hours and 56 minutes long.
Here he's using the word day when he really means sidereal day. Yes, sidereal days are not 24 hours long. The Earth rotates faster than once every 24 hours.
Their next defense, even more ridiculous than the first, is to claim that the Earth actually must complete 361 degrees of rotation per day.
Here he's using the word day to mean an apparent solar day, the amount of time it takes for the sun to go from the meridian, when a sundial reads 12 noon, around the sky and back to the meridian. Why would the Earth need to rotate more than 360 degrees in this period of time? Because it's orbiting the sun. In the time it takes the Earth to rotate 360 degrees, it also completes 1/365th of its orbit. That means it has to rotate almost an extra degree in order for the solar noon to come around a second time.
With this excuse, however, new problems arise, because the globe's supposed orbit around the sun is actually elliptical, so depending where and when during its revolution around the sun, the Earth's rotation on its axis would have to be both speeding up and slowing down at different times of the year just to maintain their new definition of what a day means. But of course, in their own model, the Earth's alleged rotation never speeds up or slows down, and remains constant always.
And here we get to yet a third meaning of the word day, the 24-hour day. The 24-hour day we set our clocks by isn't the time it takes for the Earth to rotate, a sidereal day, and it's not the time it takes for the sun to come around to solar noon from the previous solar noon, an apparent solar day. Because the Earth's orbit is elliptical, and the Earth's rotational speed doesn't change, apparent solar days vary in length throughout the year. The 24-hour day is called the mean solar day, and it's the average length of all those apparent solar days throughout the year. If you don't believe me, look up "What time is solar noon" online. If you don't believe that, get yourself a sundial and confirm that solar noon doesn't occur at the same time every day. Because we set our clocks to the average length of an apparent solar day, our clocks are sometimes ahead of the sun and sometimes behind the sun. This leads to an interesting and beautiful phenomenon. If you chart the position of the sun in the sky every day for a year, it traces out a figure-8 shape on the sky called a solar analemma. If the Earth's orbit wasn't elliptical, there'd be no analemma, only a straight line. Oh, and before anyone points it out, nowadays we've given up even on mean solar days for the official timekeeping, and instead keep time based on the vibration of atoms in an atomic clock. The definition of the second for atomic time was chosen to match the length of the mean solar day, though, and we still insert leap seconds into the day from time to time to keep atomic time in sync with the mean solar day. If you're a glutton for punishment, I've linked his video in the description. Before you watch another video, though, let me know how you like this one by leaving a comment. Would you like me to do more Someone is Wrong on the Internet? Do you have questions you'd like me to address? Do you just want to see more of my cat? Let me know.